Hello everyone, this is Adi Noria and today I'm gonna be posting my very first video on YouTube about the bounty predictions of Straw Hats after Wano. Now without wasting your time, let's get right into it. Okay, so first up I want to talk about Nami's bounty. I think everybody is gonna get a huge bump after Wano. So I think Nami will have a bounty of 366 million. I think that is very fair for her considering she dealt a large amount of damage to one of the Tobiropo ulti who, as it turns out, has a bounty of 400 million. But since Nami was not the only one to defeat or deal damage to ulti, she had a lot of help from Usopp and Big Mom. So I believe her bounty is gonna be lower than ulti's, but not by a lot. And I used the 66 because her previous bounty was 66 million, hence 366 million. Next up, we have Usopp. So I believe that Usopp does not get a huge bounty increase, but I think he does deserve a little raise. I mean, he's part of a Yonko's crew now, so everybody's gonna get an increase because of that. So I believe Usopp would have the bounty of 400 million. I think it is fair to not increase it by a lot. I think since him and Nami were basically together for most of the Onigashima raid, them being the lowest bounties makes sense. Next up, I think it is time we end the meme of Chopper having a bounty of 50 berries, 100 berries, what, right? So I thought, hey, let's end the meme. Everybody saw him strike Queen with the help of Marco. Everybody saw him hold his own against Queen for a limited amount of time. But still, that's a big feat. And he did all the healing for the ice only stuff. So I think our boy Chopper deserves a huge bump, and it's time to end the meme and give Chopper the bounty of 450 million and 550 berries. Next up, we have Brook. Now, Brook, I think, is a different case. I think he deserves a larger bounty than Chopper because of all he did. He has been the MVP of Whole Cake. He didn't get the recognition there. I don't know why, but he should have. I mean, Morgans didn't know most of the things that Brook did, but still, I think Brook deserved a huge bounty increase after Whole Cake. Didn't get it, but in this arc, he has done a lot of things. He has defeated a number giant, plus a lot of the subordinates of Black Maria in one strike. Plus, he was able to escape CP0 with Robin in his arms. I don't think that's a little feat. Okay? So I think they're gonna give him a bump. 483 million. That's my prediction. Okay? 483 million. Next up, we have Franky. Now, Franky, I think we all know, defeated Sasaki. And I'm still sad that Sasaki was not revealed to be Kokoro's son. I mean, it would have been a great review. But hey, Oda did not really flesh out a lot during the Onigashima raid. I'm still salty about it, but Oda had to do all of this in a limited time. Now, Sasaki's bounty is 472 million. Obviously, Franky's gonna be higher than that. Plus, he did run over Big Mom. So I believe Franky's bounty, just giving him bounty higher than 472 would not suit because he also ran over Big Mom. So I think Franky will have a bounty of 554 million. I think we can all agree that's fair. Next up, we have Robin. Robin's bounty prediction was a difficult decision for me because I did not know whether to take into account her knowledge of reading the ancient language of the poneglyphs. But then I realized that the world government did recognize her ability to read ancient language. They gave her a bounty of 79 million when she was a kid, and I think that was in a way them recognizing her as a threat. And such, I believe that she would get a bounty of 570 million berries. Plus, can I just add that I love that Oda finally gave Robin a one-on-one fight after Skypiea. I am so happy about it, and I really love her demon form. It is absolutely fantastic, and I love Oda for doing that. Next up, we have Jinbe. Now, I believe Jinbe would get a big bounty boost. Well, number one, because he is now part of a Yonko's group. I know he was part of the Big Mom Pirates, but he wasn't really part of the Big Mom Pirates so much so that he had formed an alliance with them. So, and now he's directly working under Luffy as part of the crew, not having a crew of his own like he had when he was under Big Mom Pirates, but being a direct subordinate of a Yonko. And I think that's a big difference than when he was with Big Mom. Plus, he defeated Who's Who, a former CP9 agent, a very talented CP9 agent in my opinion. And Who's Who had the highest bounty among the Toby Roppo at 546 million. But putting him just above Who's Who doesn't really make sense. He disposed of Who's Who pretty easily. And again, it was a really well choreographed fight in my opinion, because Jinbe as well just showing off his fishman karate, and Who's Who just using different kinds of techniques that we have never seen from the Rokushiki before. It was pretty awesome. Plus, that fight also had a lot of exposition. I think that Jinbe will now have a bounty of 800 million. Next, now I want to do Sanji and Zoro together. Sanji defeated Queen, who has a bounty of 1.32 billion berries, and Zoro defeated King, who has a bounty of 1.39 billion berries. I think we can all agree that Sanji and Zoro are gonna have a relatively close bounty, and I just believe that since Zoro defeated the first commander and Sanji defeated the second commander, Zoro's gonna have the higher bounty. I think it's gonna be the same difference by which Sanji is above Zoro, and I think they are gonna have a huge boost in bounty, because 320 and 330 is certainly not what they deserve. They deserve much higher than that. Since Zoro defeated King, I'm gonna give him a bounty of 1.5 billion berries. And since Sanji defeated Queen, I'm gonna give him the bounty of 1.49 billion berries. Sanji defeated a lower commander, okay? He disposed of him with ease. Zoro had a lot of tough time against King. His main difficulty was Enma rather than King. Okay, so I think that he deserves a way higher bounty than King. So I'm giving him 1.5 billion and Sanji 1.49 billion. Next up, we already know Luffy's bounty, right? But I want to take a moment and talk about Kid Law and Luffy's bounty, because I'm mad about it and I want a place to rant. Yes, it was done to push the rivalry. Yes, it was done so that all of three of them together combined the bounty of 9 billion. And since Kaido and Big Mom had just under 9 billion, it made sense that these three defeated those two, so they would have a higher bounty than them. But I believe that Oda did make Luffy an emperor, and since the two of them are not emperor, they should be below Luffy in terms of bounty. And if you want to achieve the 9 billion mark, Oda could have made Luffy's bounty 3.5 billion and Law and Kid's bounty 2.75 billion. That would have still achieved the goal of making their bounty total 9 billion. Plus, Luffy would have been higher than both Kid and Law. Pushing this rivalry between Kid, Law, and Luffy was just a forced decision. It never felt like that to us as the viewer. A lot of people do not agree with this. I was just salty about that, so I mentioned it. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm gonna be posting more videos on this channel. Hopefully, I will be posting some chapter reviews on this channel very soon, although I do not know. But please stick around and please like, share, and subscribe this video, because that I have none. Okay, I have none. It would be very much appreciated. Bye.